So before we get into the video, I want to address a couple things. Number one, I may look a little bit orange in the video just because I'm sitting in front of a ring light. Ring lights tend to wash me out. I'm sitting in front of like 3 lights. It's a lot of like white light coming at me. So I like to have something more warm around my face. And if my face looks a little bit off, orange, whatever, it's just the lighting. A lot of people were, I don't know, concerned, whatever, just felt the need to point it out. And so I'm just addressing it. So what? I look orange. Like the ring light is orange. I really appreciate those of you who make it a point to be positive, and there's so many trolls in my comments lately. So thank you to everyone who is just being positive. I genuinely appreciate it. I'm gonna just shut up and let's just get into this makeup. I am priming my eyelids with my Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Tan, and I'm just fluffing that out with a fluffy brush just to get a very even base for my eyeshadows. And sometimes I don't do my eyeshadow first, but sometimes I do. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I know some people like can't do eyeshadow first. I don't know. Everyone has a different routine. But I'm using this Colourpop It's All Good palette. This has a whole bunch of good neutrals. And I'm just using this shade to set my lid. All the shades and everything will be in the description box. So I'm taking this shade. Colors look a little bit different in person than they look on camera. But this is just like a brown. It's pretty much a matte brown, but it has a little bit of shimmer in it. But it's not enough shimmer to the point where I couldn't put it in my crease, you know? I'm not really someone who puts shimmery colors in my crease. But this had a little bit of shimmer. It was very, very faint though. So I'm just building that color up, and then I also added some of this shade, which was a little bit more gray, and I'm putting that, focusing it on the outer corner and kind of blending the excess towards the corner of my eye. But the majority of this shadow is going to be on the outer corner. So I'm going into this super dark shade. It was a little bit purple. I didn't want this to be too orange. Like, I don't like when my eyeshadow's too orange sometimes. So I'm using this to kind of cool down the look and also darken my crease. I am going to cut my crease with some concealer, just the same concealer I use. The purpose of this is not to get like a super cut crease look. The purpose of me cutting my crease halfway right here is to have a nice base for my lighter shadows to stick to. I really just wanted it to be a very big contrast, so I'm not trying to make it like a cut crease. You know, the line isn't that important, as you'll see later, but I'm just using this as a base for my lighter shadow. So I'm taking this lighter shadow in the palette, and I also took some of the white color in there. That's the white color. Mix both of those on my lid, and I'm focusing it on my inner corner, blending it towards the middle. And this is key for a soft glam look. You really want this part to be very blown out, or I wanted it to be blown out. Nice and blown out and soft. You can see I'm kind of blurring that line I made with the concealer with the shadow in the front, because it's not that important for it to be sharp, you know. Also blending the edges, just making sure everything is nice and blended and there's no harsh lines. I'm just adding more of that shadow until I feel, you know, satisfied with it. And then I added some of this silver color in my inner corner just for a little pop of shimmer just in the inner corner. I am lining my eyes with my Sephora felt tip liner, and I'm making sure to get really close into my inner corner. I did a little baby wing, but honestly the wing is not the point. The point is to have something there so your lashes don't look crazy, because I'm wearing some big lashes, so I don't want my lashes to look crazy, so I'm lining my eye.
These lashes are Lilly lashes in the style So Extra Miami. They're pretty much just Miami, but like mad long. And now I'm going into foundation. I will have all of the products that I'm using down below. Yeah, my foundation looks really like kind of crazy. Even I can admit that it looks crazy today. So please just ignore it. I know it's way too light, way too yellow, yada yada yada. But I didn't mix my foundations correctly. Sometimes if I don't mix enough of the darker one, it comes out like this. It is what it is. Of course I fixed it later, but you know, don't clock me, okay? It was an accident. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face, and I am highlighting my chin, around my mouth, underneath my cheekbones to kind of reverse contour. Don't mind Adam in the back. Also, he came home from work and he was like on the couch, so he's probably going to be there for a minute. Under my eyes, this is the same Colourpop concealer. Now, for a soft glam look, you guys, highlighting and contouring is key. Like, you need to highlight and contour to the gods, at least in my opinion. So I'm making sure to blend everything very, very well. I'm using a brush because I feel like for under my cheeks, a beauty blender just don't cut it. I need to have a brush to really make sure that that concealer don't look crazy. So then I go with my beauty blender and I just go over everything. You just want to make sure you go back in and blend everything. I'm using this Mented Cosmetics lipstick to contour my whole face, my nose, my cheeks, my chin, and my forehead. If you ever make a mistake like I did in making your foundation like too, you know, light or off or whatever, this is when you correct. This is how you correct your mistake. You use your contour. You might have to go a little ham with the contour like I did, and you make sure to over blend, meaning don't just blend out in that area. Blend upwards, blend downwards. Like as you can see, I'm kind of blending it all over my whole forehead. When I was blending out my chin, I kind of took it down my neck. Like, you really want to use this time to correct your foundation. And then, of course, blend, blend, blend with your beauty blender. Listen, this will make or break your makeup, I'm telling you. Your makeup will look so good if you like just blend everything out every 2 seconds. So I'm using a brush to blend out my nose contour because sometimes when I use a beauty blender, it just kind of like disappears. I don't know. So I'm using a brush so it doesn't like completely disappear. I'm using this Vitamin Nectar Antioxidant Glow Water by Fresh just to spruce up my beauty blender and blend out my concealer with this. You guys know I'm going to go with the second layer of concealer. This is just the first layer. And I like to just, you know, use this layer to correct and then use the second layer to highlight a little bit more. After you blend out your concealer, always go back in and blend the edges. So I'm taking a little bit more of the concealer and adding in some of this Huda Beauty Concealer. The color will be in the description box. I do not know, but it's just like really light. Just take a lighter concealer and use this to highlight all of your high points. I've said this before, but make sure you always place your concealer lower than where you actually want it to end up and blend upwards. It will look 10 times better rather than if you just like slathered a whole bunch of concealer like right underneath your eye. I promise it'll look so much better. I'm about to set the crap out of my face because I do not want any of this makeup to budge. So I'm really packing this powder in mainly on my laugh lines. Like, I was not playing games, you guys. Like, if I don't do this, my face will crease. Like, I have to go ham with the powder. So I'm really, really making sure to set my face very well. And I'm even going in and chiseling under my cheeks. I only do this when I'm feeling real extra. So I'm making sure to really chisel my face. Like, a soft glam look to me is like, it's it's not like a no makeup look. It's just like cake, but like neutral cake. You know what I mean? So I'm making sure to set my face with my Sephora Micro Smooth. You guys already know this is my key to like a flawless base. It makes your skin look so airbrushed. And yeah, just blend everything together. I'm gonna give my face a nice dousing of this water and just get, you know, that nice dewy finish. And since I just sprayed my face, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight, since I like to highlight after I set my face. So I'm using this Laura Mercier highlight in Addiction, I believe it's called. This is so pretty. It's like a really pretty gold color. Wait till my face is dry. It's really hard because my cheeks never dry. I don't know why, but they take forever to dry. So make sure your face is like almost dry and then apply your highlight to get a nice dewy natural highlight. I'm using my Fenty Beauty bronzer, shade will be down below, and I'm contouring my nose a little bit further because sometimes when I set my face, my nose contour gets lost in the mix. So I'm just going to take this powder, make sure my nose contour is really defined and really, you know, like it's there. And I'm also going to take some of this on my cheeks and just start to bronze. Bronzing is a process for me. Like, it doesn't take 2 seconds. It takes me a long time to bronze because I feel like bronzer is like one of the most important parts of makeup, especially for a soft glam look. You really want to look bronze. But another part of a soft glam look for me is looking like contoured. So I'm taking this black Radiance palette and I'm using these 2 darker colors to really chisel out my cheeks. And this is my Fenty Beauty brush. Really trying to snatch my cheeks, okay? Like, I'm trying to look snatched. That was the goal. Grabbing the same brush that I used with my Micro Smooth powder already on it, I am just blending underneath my chin, underneath my cheek, and, you know, my whole face. And then I'm highlighting my nose. This is a crucial part of your nose contour. You don't want to forget this step. And I'm adding a little bit more highlight to my inner corner. So moving on to my lower lash line, I'm just taking that same brown shade that I used in my crease and I'm kind of just blowing this out a little bit. Now the key to a soft glam look, I'm going to keep saying this, like the key to my soft glam look. I don't want to say this for all soft glam looks because obviously makeup is like made to be played with, so I'm not going to like define what a soft glam look is. But I'm just saying for me, I think that soft glam shouldn't be like a whole bunch of dark shadows. So I'm trying to keep the shadows that I have on my eye really like neutral and as light as possible. So I'm not going to go with like a black or anything like that. I'm just keeping it really neutral. And then I'm going to take my mascara and I really want it like a pieced together clumpy look. So I'm kind of alternating between holding my brush horizontal and holding it vertically. And if you hold your brush vertically, it gives you that more clumpy look that I like. I'm also really focusing on not getting the mascara anywhere else other than my eyelashes because sometimes it gets all over the place and I kind of like it because it gives me like a I just put on eyeliner look, but I did not want that look. I really just wanted it to be only on my lashes. So I'm going in and adding a little bit of fake moles because I have like a skin tag under my eye, so I always do it under my eye. And then I had this little zit thing underneath my beside my nose. So I just made a little fake mole, add some powder on top, you know. So I took some of this Fenty Beauty highlight. I don't know what this is called, but I remember everyone didn't really like this when it came out, but I love it. It's kind of like shimmery. It's a little glittery. Some people don't like glittery, you know, highlights, but I find that this is a really good highlight topper. Like if you put this on top of your like gold highlight, it looks so good to me. I don't know. It makes your face look like wet or something. I don't know how to describe it. Then I forgot to put on blush. I realized I forgot this. So I'm using this palette from the Online Makeup Academy. And I'm just taking like all 3 of those bottom colors and kind of just mixing them together and making my own little blush shade. I really wanted it to be really cute, just putting it on my apples on my cheeks. This whole look, I just really wanted to look innocent and just like super cute. Like that was my whole goal. Not think that blush should only be put on your cheeks. You can put it on your nose, your forehead, your chin. So for my lips, I could not find my brown lip liner to save my life, you guys. Like I did not know where it was. So I'm trying to improvise and make my own little concoction. So this is one of my Mented Cosmetics lipsticks. I have two. Please ignore me doing my brows. I'm just adding some brow gel. I'm all over the place when I do my makeup. Like, I don't just focus on one thing. So, don't mind that. But, anyways, I have two Mented Cosmetics lipsticks that I use on my face. So, there's a light one, dark one. I use the light one first. But I really need a lip liner. Like, when I do my lips, I have to have a lip liner. So, this is a dark plum lip liner by Kiss. It's called Dark Plum. And I did not want my lips to be pink or like plum or anything like that. So I'm using this very sparingly. Just trying to make sure I get like the bare minimum just so my lips are lined. And then after this, I went into my NYX matte lip cream, soft matte lip cream in Abu Dhabi. These are just like the OG like matte lips. I feel like this is like still the best formula out there. One of the best formulas. It's just so light, fluffy and airy. It doesn't feel dry. I love them. And I'm taking this darker Mented Cosmetics lipstick around the edges. It's just a dark brown, and I'm just using that in lieu of my brown liner and just trying to, you know, make it look a little bit more natural. So as you can see, I'm also like contouring my lips a little bit. So I'm going, you know, on the corners, the middle, you know, my little lip, I don't know what those are called, like the little creases on the top of your lip. And then I decided to take some of this Fenty gloss in the shade Fussy, and I'm just putting that in the center. I just want like a little pop, you know, little teeny pop. I didn't go ham with the gloss, just wanted it to be a little bit, you know, glossy. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is honestly one of the prettiest looks I've done in so long. I'm gonna actually wear it again today. Today is Adam's birthday, so I might do this look again. It was super cute, and I only had it on for a few hours because, you know, I was filming, didn't have nowhere to go, but I am in love. Let me know what you guys think of this look down below, and I'll see you in my next video.